There we go, the Battle of the Billboards. Hutchings, Hune, Hutchings. It's just an EU sandwich. It makes me feel like people are being conned because there is no difference in essence between any of those three parties. None of them believe in sovereignty for nations, any nations, not even Britain. They only believe that a mega-state, which is what the European Union's purpose is to be, is the right solution, because they, and it's a post-World War I thing in Europe in general. The European nations, or some of the political elite of the European nations, saw that America was the common power, and that the European hegemony was coming to an end. So they thought, we must act as a counterweight by becoming a single super nation, and that's the entire idea behind the EU, in essence. Cheers.
All right.
Nice
That's
to meet
how
you
I feel.
anyway.
Sorry about that.
I don't blame you. Don't blame you. Everyone does.
Cheers.
See you later. See, people are just, they have no interest anymore because our political class don't care about them. They've lost the will to care about anything to do with politics. People used to be involved. People used to care, but now they think everyone's the same.
You're going to make them care,
and it's
are
a
you?
shame. I'm going to try. If you don't try, what are you doing? Why am I wearing the silly rosette in the middle of a shopping centre if I don't care? You know, the likelihood is I'm not going to be elected this time, but what it means is that I might get a few more people thinking and a few more people interested. We need to run our own nation. We don't need to be part of the EU. We can save 125 billion a year by being out of it.
Okay.
And that way we can look after our own people, can't we?
All right, love. Brilliant.
All right, sweetheart.
I'll read that later. And I'll read that when I'm done. All right,
Thanks
lovely.
a lot, darling.
Is that to stop them all coming in here?
Yeah.
Right, I'll triple vote.
All the stuff you buy from the shops is taxed. You know, you're paying your council tax and stuff. So it's a disincentive to work. So what we can do, that'll bring more people into work, I think, anyway. Because people will say, yeah, all right, I'm getting more than I'm getting on benefits because I'm not getting taxed.
Well, yeah, there's not much point if we get more than that.
There isn't. There's no point, and you don't blame them for sitting on the backsides on benefits if they're going to be earning less by working. So we think it's fair because it'll give jobs to people. People will be able to work. They'll be able to work at a reasonable wage without getting screwed by the government.
Yeah.
Seems sensible to me, doesn't it?
Well, it does seem sensible, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you take that,
Right, okay.
here's a little window sticker as well.
All right.
And if you've got any questions, we've got that number.
All right.
Generally, I'm on it as well because I volunteer for that phone line. When I'm not here, I'm
You're
doing
everywhere,
something
yeah,
else.
okay.
Yeah, I'm ubiquitous. But and there's an even more interesting one.
All right.
If that one's not boring enough for you, that one will bore you, Richard.
No, I like
But yeah,
yeah.
excellent. So if you'll consider
I
voting
always
for me,
read
that'd
it,
be lovely.
and then,
And then bin it. Yeah. But that's it. It makes sense, doesn't it? Because
Read it
otherwise,
first.
otherwise you're relying on the idiot next door to vote for you. That's what you're doing if you don't take any notice.
Oh no, I like to read it first.
Yeah. And then you can make your own mind up, can't you? You don't have to vote for the rosette.
No, you don't.
It's really nice to meet
Yes,
you.
and
Thanks.
you.
I'm Ray, yeah?
Yeah, right, okay then.
I always wanted one of those big megaphones that you see in all the old sort of 60s and 50s films where the politicians going around with a megaphone on top saying, "Vote for me!"
Yeah.
The others are all bastards, vote for me. Because it's just comedy. The more I meet politicians from the three main parties, the more I disrespect those parties, because none of them now mean what they once meant, and none of them have the belief in their core constituency that they once had. There is a huge coming together of these parties, and people worry about there being a hung parliament, but in all honesty, they're all exactly the same anyway. One of my favourite sayings at the moment when people talk about the disparity between Labour and the Conservatives, you know,
Yeah.
they are just two cheeks of the same arse. The interesting thing so far is no one's told me that they're going to vote for anyone else, or anyone indeed. Some people say they're not going to vote. Some people say they don't know yet. Might be worth going somewhere else, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on a few streets. Unfortunately, the main parties have spent so long hiding from the electorate that the electorate just don't care anymore. And this is why we're losing our democracy, and why, in a sense, we deserve to lose it, because we're not doing anything about it. The people need to say, we've had enough of you. We want people who'll speak for us, instead of people who'll speak for themselves, and people who are only interested in feathering their own nests. And they're the people we've got to get out, put them in jail. I believe what I'm saying, and eventually the people will understand that what we're saying is the truth, and that we're not the same as the other people, that we actually want to make things better for them. We want to free our country of this professional political class that doesn't care for them and will do nothing for them, that is only interested in furthering their own careers. Some more of the manna from heaven. It's a bit optimistic of me bringing a full box of 2000 out today, wasn't it? Sometime we're going to find a voter. Sometime. It's all a revolution. You can only... It has to be a revolution, because it has to be... We have to turn around and say, the working people of this country have to turn around and say, we've had enough of the present ruling class, and they are a ruling class, and we'd like to rule ourselves, and that is the essence of a revolution. Excellent. See, you can tell he's a UKIP voter, he's actually working. That's the difference. So, you probably won't need our manifesto. Do you want a window sticker?
Yeah, okay then.
Yeah. There's a couple.
Just get our money back then.
Oh, that's the first thing, isn't it? Get our money back and put it back in our pockets.
Well, it's just a waste.
It is. It's absolute. They're just throwing it away. They don't care, because they don't see it as real money.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, we'll print another 100 billion. Who cares? Yeah, but it's coming out of our grandchildren's. It's not just coming out of our pockets. Our grandchildren will be paying off for this.
Yeah.
Brilliant to meet you, mate. Anyway,
that's okay.
cheers.
Yeah.
See, now you can tell that wasn't staged, because it was about the third hour into it. Election-free zone. Please don't waste my time. We should put that right across the country. You should have a great big banner flying over the country, I think. Big bad UKIP. Excuse me, gents. You're voting in the general election?
We could be.
Any chance of voting for me? I'm the UK Independence Party candidate.
Don't know.
Shouldn't think so, don't know. I'll tell you what. Here's our mini manifesto. It'll only take you 2 minutes to have a skate through. Any questions? There's a phone thing on there. Free phone. If you've got any questions now, I'll be happy to answer them.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
have a look.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. No,
That's so dangerous. And for me,
Alright,
who is dyslexic, doesn't understand bank charges and everything. I'm in argument with the bank at the moment, but I've never had it. But because I've had no credit rating.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, I've got no credit rating. But to get credit rating, you need a credit card to boost it up. And
Yeah.
it's alright. But as I say, I'm penalised. But I wouldn't want that, because I'll just get myself in trouble like everyone else does.
Well, that's right.
Living above your means.
And that's what it seems like the country's done. You
Yeah,
know,
that has.
it's with all this.
And the banks and that, and of course it's all gone. Yeah.
We're all screwed. So you're going to think about voting
Yeah,
for
I'll
me,
think
are you?
about it, look through it, and I say.
There's a window sticker just in case.
Yes, no worries. Thank you for your
Absolutely
time,
brilliant.
and best of luck with it.
My pleasure.
No
Best
worries.
of luck with getting a job.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Cheers.
Go on, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy, go on. Thank you. Cheers.
Sarah. See, that lad's probably been sitting there thinking, I wish someone had talked to me. I wish, I could explain it to people. And that's what we need.